Oh shit, it's showtime. Wake up. Oh shit. The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its hosts, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views and positions of any entities they represent. Whew. Oh, man. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh, man. Trying to catch up on that sleep, baby, because, baby, when I tell you it was a no-sleep week, forget sleep weekend. It was a no-sleep week. Man, I kid you not. I ain't got to tell y'all what tonight's show is about because y'all already know what it is, man. Now, I'm going to tell you a really strange thing before we even get going good. Somebody called me and said, I didn't know about the homecoming and didn't hear about it until they saw people saying, we in the Mecca.
Isn't it weird?
So you know what I told them? Clearly, you don't watch Inside Steppin'.
Right.
Because we've been talking about this for damn near a year.
Right, exactly.
But anyway, I digress.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Nicole. Hey, Michelle.
Linda Sanders in the building. Nicole Woods. How you doing, baby? Michelle Perry in the house. So look, y'all, I have got a long list of stuff to talk about for this recap for this weekend. Right off the rip, I'm going to let y'all know right from the top of the show that Mona C., Keith C., Keith Hubbard, Irie Israel, and Ken Bedford will not be attending the show tonight. We are going to do a follow-up where they will be on and they will be here live to kick it with us. But as we speak, Irie is on the road on his way back home. Keith is in the air on his way back to the West Coast, and so on. So we want to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to speak their mind and talk about the future. We'll talk about the event first, but then talk about the future of this event and what's to come. Because, baby, let me tell you something. Y'all want to talk about our barn burner? I got to start off by saying immediately that history was made this weekend. A Steppin's event, I ain't gonna even call this no set. A Steppin's event on this level, to this degree, to this capacity has never been successfully pulled off.
What about a Steppers convention?
Well, you could have very well called this a Steppers convention. A Steppers convention.
Like 24 hours of Steppin'.
24 hours?
Damn,
Shit, try about 72 hours. Real talk. Jerome Cook in the building. C. Wands, I see you. Davina Davis, how you doing? Beamer Johnson in the house. April Grant, I see you. Look here. You know, I had to really like marinate on what my thoughts would be and how I would express myself in regard to this this event. And I'm not going to say we attended it. I'm going to say we witnessed it. We have not seen anything like this before. And I happen to believe that it's going to be a stretch if we should see something like this happen again.
Yeah.
And I say that only because sometimes some things are just magic.
Yeah, just can't do.
And you cannot duplicate sometimes magic. Magic, although I think magic is supposed to be an exact science between magicians. I guess they know how to pull the tricks, but I'm gonna just tell y'all like this. This genuinely was a organic, magical event. I learned a lot. I helped a lot. I think everybody gave something and everybody got something. I'm gonna talk about that a little later on too. Norma Watkins, I see you. Thank you for coming through. Curtis Jackson in the building. DJ Marcus Alonzo in the house. Miss Bobby, how you doing? And Regina Freeman, I see you. She said, I had too much fun at the homecoming. So this event had so much stuff going on. There was no conceivable way for any one person to attend all of it. We had
We
workshops.
tried.
We tried. A lot of people tried and
Yeah.
failed.
Yeah.
Let me add, and
It was
failed.
going down.
Going down. There were workshops, seminars, bus tours, uh, parties.
Day parties,
Well, parties, just period.
parties, after parties.
Party, after party, day party, main events. Renee Ford said, "Hello, how are your feet, knees, hips, and backs feeling?" I'm gonna just let you know, man, is a little so. Lisa, hey Virgo sister, that's right. We in the house. It's our season, and my birthday is coming. Sherry Brown, how you doing? She said this weekend was epic. So glad I came. Carolyn Pippin, how you doing? And so because I am somewhat at a loss for words in this for this event, we're gonna go down a list of different things.
I know I can't see that.
Tasha Miles said lobby parties.
Oh yeah, lobby parties. People had parties, extra parties in the rooms.
Yeah, it was parties going on for real, for real. She said, "Hate I missed it. Please do it again." I don't know if that's gonna happen. That's gonna be a stretch. Teresa Sanders, how you doing? Stephanie Simmons in the building. Antonita, how you doing, dear?
Hey.
This thing here was like a lightning strike. I don't know that it's gonna happen twice. And as I coined the phrase that Mr. Gucci himself, one of the photographers for the weekend, said, this is the Woodstock of Steppin.
Yeah. And they said Woodstock was coming back, but it never did.
Yeah, no. They tried. they did a bunch of stuff to try to make that happen, and it just didn't happen. And I think this is going to very much be like that. Now, there will be other events, particularly by the Chicago Alumni Association, who are the group put together to do this event, which consists of Mona C., Keith Hubbard, Irie Israel, and Ken Bedford. And I can tell you all, they did what I have to, or was a phenomenal job. If there were any fires to be put out, they were put out well, quietly. And if there were any problems, I didn't see them. No. And I don't know anybody else that did either. Now, we've gotten many phone calls. Hey, Gloria Hudson, we see you.
Hey, Gloria.
If there were any fires to be put out, we never got an eyeball on them. We never got wind of them. And all I can say is that I personally believe that this thing was so well organized that those things were squashed before they ever even got a chance to raise their head. Let me see. We gotta figure out how we're gonna start this thing.
Wednesday?
Yeah, let's start with Wednesday.
Wednesday was off the chain.
Let's get to that.
So where did you want to go?
Let's talk about Wednesday. I mean, we went to Visions. Shout out to Mike and Diane Dabney, who always put on a fantastic event every single Wednesday at Visions.
There's a lot of great dancers.
A lot of great dancers. That kicked it off for us. We got there Wednesday night, man. We went to Visions, and it was going down. If you all get a chance, check out some of the videos that we have posted on the page where, you got a chance to see the real get down live and in living color. Some of the legendary Steppers, originals in particular, were in the building. You had Ice Rob, you had Quake, you had Poteet, you had Susu, Darlinda, Sheila Watkins. You know, the list just goes on and on and on. I said Ice Rob. So, when you have all of these people in one place, it's bound to go down. And it did do that. Tim Ellington, how you doing? Mary Alicia, I see you. Irene Lee, how you doing? And it went down on Wednesday. So we finally got away from there.
Wait a minute. I want to say this part of Wednesday, which I hadn't seen this in a long time. Remember the circle kept getting so big and they couldn't move? Yeah.
There was a point where the circle got so tight where the get down was going on that they literally had to move to another section of the floor and block, by holding hands, block everybody out of the way.
So
just
old school to see.
The originals could still get down, and that was old school. That was That was an interesting
Yeah.
thing to put eyeballs on. If you
Yeah.
missed that, well, I hate it for you
Yeah, I hadn't
because
seen that
that's
in
getting some
years.
real flavor from back in the day.
Yeah.
So on Thursday, you guys, we went ahead. We were at the hotel, and let me give a shout out to the doorman Ricky. Ricky, Ricky came to my rescue. I had in a little unfortunate situation with a couple of the hotel staff, and it was taken care of. Let me just put it that way. And Ricky came to my rescue, and he was able to make sure that the rest of my stay was very pleasant. And for that, I give my man Ricky down there at the hotel a shout out at Hyatt Regency McCormick. So if y'all ever get into the Hyatt Regency McCormick and you down there pulling up at the lobby, y'all holler at my boy Ricky. You can't miss him. He's the biggest dude out there. Great big dude. You know, my bodyguard for the rest of the weekend. Anyway,
Hey,
so
Adrian.
when we got to the hotel, man, everything was laid out beautifully. I want to give a huge congratulations to the MVK group and particularly the Chicago Steppin Alumni Association, which is mostly MVK, for an outstanding job. And one of the things that stood out the most for me, and I got to tell y'all because I have received a couple of phone calls about this, the hospitality. Their ability to be open and receptive and have people who were open and receptive within their circumference the entire weekend. And I did not see anyone have any problems that were not handled. I happen to know of a situation that was taking place, and a particular patron was freaking out a little bit about a situation that was going on. And when it was brought to the attention of the staff, and I'll just be frank, it was Keith Hubbard to be exact, it was taken care of less than immediately. When you see that sort of hands-on openness from your promoters, you are doing all the right things. I received another phone call this evening from a young lady who is also a promoter who said to me that other promoters should have absolutely paid attention and could learn an awful lot from this event. And I definitely agree. Y'all want to know how to put on an event? Y'all need to call these people and find out what they did and how to do it, because they did it the right way and there were no faux pas, if you will. Tim Ellington said that shirt that I was wearing on Saturday was wow. Thank you, Tim. Tim, you know what?
You've been trying to wear that shirt.
I've been waiting to wear that shirt for a year. That shirt was a gift from some of my people up in Minneapolis, who we love very much. So if y'all are watching, you know who you are. And that was a gift because my dude, him and his wife, he had one on. He had a shirt like that one on. It was a different color, and I said, man, I love that shirt. And I was like, that is sharp. And next thing I know, he had one and he was handing it to me, and he said, hey man, I got something for you. And I love that shirt. And I could not wait to wear that shirt. So that was my opportunity to put it on. I had it almost a year. I never got a chance to wear it. Thank you. Tasha Miles Cash, I see you. How you doing? Let's see who else we got here. Andreas Winter. Bridget Bledsoe, how you doing? Lynn Fair.
She truly appreciated
Barbie
the coverage.
Dow. Barbie Dow said time was had. So Kenneth Jackson tuning in from Houston. So anyway, but I absolutely have to take my hat off to them for their effort and for their ability to scratch that, take that off, for their ability to make things happen. Also, no, I didn't get to that.
Okay.
Let me give another shout out to somebody else right quick before we get real deep into this. Shout out to my man Rudy Dotton. Rudy Dotton, for those of you who don't know, Smooth Jazz, formerly Smooth Jazz Steppin, is now Chicago Style Steppin. Wait a minute, what was the name? I think that's the name of his name. Anyway, he renamed his station. Anyway, one of the radio personalities for Steppers, who also comes on flyradio.com with myself a couple hours earlier than me. Check him out. Rudy built the website for.
He did a hell of a job.
He did a hell of a job
It was so detailed.
For the homecoming event. Rudy, hats off, man. You did a phenomenal job. And let me also give Rudy a shout out for helping me in some technical ways with my own stuff. And I think Rudy is mad at me right now because I tried to get Rudy some money. Rudy, I'm not gonna fight you. Okay, look here.
Rudy's the man.
Rudy,
Yeah,
I
he
think
did the
Rudy
hell out
wanted.
that
I think he
website.
wanted to beat me up. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to bless the brother with a little change. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, um, so shout out to that man. I got to give Rudy his props. He's a funny dude, man. Um, also, again, this was, in my best opinion, one of the most well organized sets I've ever been to,
Yes.
and
Yes.
very, very historic.
Like Antonita said, everyone understood the assignment. It was a great event. I agree.
Now, before we go much further, I want to make a very, what I think is important point. Everyone that you saw there, in terms of people who were putting in work, right, gave of themselves. I put a post on my page today where I talked about investment. And what do I mean? I mean investment. I mean, when you put something in, you get something back. If you think you're going to get an immediate gratification for things that you do, that's called gambling. There's a difference between investment and gambling. Investment is when you invest your time, your energy, your talent for the purpose of something bigger than you. And if you all will notice, no one, the people who thought they were bigger than this dance, a lot of them, who didn't show up or didn't want any parts of it, were not missed. Those who others saw that they gave, a lot of people gave, a lot of people contributed. If these people, including myself and the producer lady, were not able to do what we did, this event could not have taken place on the scale that it did. The amount of money that would have been required to even bring that many instructors, DJs, promoters, and everybody together to do this would have been virtually just astronomical. It would have been crazy. What I loved the most about this event was everybody's ability to contribute, to prove that we can do this. Irie and his team, or the team, I want to say his team, the team themselves, were instrumental in being able to bring us all together under one roof, for one reason, and for one cause, this dance. Nobody, and this was proven this weekend, nobody, no one person, no one group is bigger than this dance itself. This was
The dance is sunshine. Like I would say, the dance is going to always win.
The dance will always win. I gotta go down my list of notes, y'all. Yeah. So the attendance itself, you guys, was estimated at or around 6,000. I don't know of any other events that have had that kind of number. The venue. Let's talk about the venue. Let's talk about the hotel and then talk about the ballroom.
Oh, the hotel
since we're
was
here.
room. We had a beautiful view.
The hotel room was, yeah, we did. We had a beautiful
nice view.
The hotel, I was talking about the ballroom. Not
Yeah,
your,
yeah,
not your
I know,
room.
but I was just saying that I was just trying to, the restaurants were nice. Even the customer service and the staff was nice.
Well,
at this
except for when we
hotel.
first got there.
Well, that's just 'cause-
I know. Anyway, I was waiting on them to put me out. But anyway,
get on the ban list.
I was on my better behavior. Not my best, but my better behavior. Anyway, I didn't go to jail. Anyway, so the ballroom and the entire because I think a lot of people misunderstood. Irie said that they had sold somewhere close to 2,000 rooms or something like that. Well, that hotel was virtually full with steppers.
Yes, when I checked,
We dominated.
Yes, when I checked at the front desk, she said there was over 1,200 rooms booked with steppers. and that came from the manager.
Right.
So if 2 people in the room, and it was more than 2 people in the room.
Right. So
A lot
we
of
talking.
ladies, it was like some rooms had 4 or 6 people. So I
Yeah.
definitely think people thought he was fudging on the numbers, making up shit. No, I think he was pretty much.
And if you were there, you know better. You know what it was.
That's not even including the locals that didn't stay at the hotel. They just paid to come in for the weekend.
Exactly. So, and then there were people who stayed at Airbnbs. They stayed at other locations.
Yeah, other hotels down the
But the
street.
attendance was off the chain. Dwan Dallas said the chemistry
What's
was
up,
lit.
girl?
Absolutely a fact.
And it
Hello,
definitely gave you
Crystal
that
Diamond.
Chicago vibe.
Bridges Bledsoe, how you doing? Tiffany McIntyre, how are you? DeMarcus Alonzo in the building. Tina Israel, hey baby. Charmaine Nesby, how you doing? Sherry Brown, I see you. And the energy really was electric. If there were nefarious things taking place in the minds and hearts of other individuals, they kept it to themselves.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
They
I'm
kept
saying,
it
I'm
to
just
themselves.
saying, yeah.
They didn't bring that nonsense with
Yeah,
them.
I
Now, I
agree.
want y'all to understand something. Sheila White just makes a very good point. This is one of the largest, if not the largest, convention center in the world.
Yeah.
We
That's right.
had a hell of a room with a beautiful view. I don't know how many of y'all that are watching the show actually stepped to the back of the room and looked out over the lake, but we had a lake view. The room was great. Now, I personally will take the time to talk about the dance floor a little bit and this because the dance floor could have been much larger, but from what I understand, they ran out of dance floor. So what we had was what we had. But nonetheless, it
Steppers
was
a dance on the carpet.
Steppers
They
dance,
don't
and
have
they
no
no,
problem.
ain't no they will, they did. Steppers
Steppers a
dance
dance in the hallway.
in the aisles. They was dancing everywhere. It was off the chain. Matter of fact, somebody was watching the feed, said, "Man, I couldn't even see the tables. There was so many people in there." Jackie Ballard, hey baby, how you doing? She said no issues that I know of. She said she had an awesome time. So
Somebody
Tim
said-
Ellington said, I like the concept of putting the single chairs around the dance floor, ready to dance chairs. Was that a first concept? No. Tim, that was an idea that Irie put into place during Steppaganza. Now, I will say this. I did hear from someone who had a slight problem with those chairs I think that the backside was fine, too closer to the DJ booth. Here, let me give you a little more room. But on one side, it kind of felt a little closed in, but the concept was great. And of course, it worked like it always has in the past. And ladies were able to sit right there and get a dance. So that is always a good thing. That's almost as, just kind of next to how some promoters will stop a party and have all the guys get up and the ladies dance. However, there was a nice mix of male to female ratio.
Yes, them brothers was
and the
putting in
men
work.
was putting in work. One thing, if you didn't get a dance at this event, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. The brothers
Regina
put-
Freeman said we danced outside on the lake. Yes,
Yes.
Regina. On Thursday, we were at over at the
Ambassador
harbor
and
with Ambassador Kevin
Snoopy.
Nevels and Snoopy King.
Snoopy King.
And the view out there was magnificent.
Yeah, we got a
oh
beautiful
my God,
picture
I got
with
some
the
beautiful
view.
pictures out
Yeah.
there. But this thing, the energy at this event was phenomenal.
Antonita made a good point. The ballroom door that overlooked the lake was supposed to be open, but it was too cold.
Yeah, it was chilly.
But it was nice. If you got out there early enough, I had some nice pictures out there. Cheryl had took some really nice pictures. Both of us took pictures out there. It was nice.
So, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Okay.
So let me also give a shout out to all of the vendors. I spent some money with the vendors myself. Nice stuff.
Was that the first time you went shopping at the vendors?
No,
No? Okay.
I've shopped with vendors before, but I didn't mind spending some change because here's the thing: those people drag that stuff across country sometimes, and they come to these events, and they got nice stuff. Get it, jump on that.
Shoes.
Jump on that. You know what I mean?
I purchased something with the vendors, but you know what? I didn't think it was enough vendors.
I kind of thought the same
I thought
thing,
like we needed
and
more vendors. So
especially that the whole thing was free.
Right.
See, the vendors didn't have a vendor fee. All you had to do was show up with your goods
Yeah, I don't know
and
why we didn't
sell.
have enough vendors.
Now I'm gonna say this.
I would have thought for the amount of people, we'd at least had like maybe at least 20 different vendors.
We literally had people who complained about money. And here's what I mean. Here's what I mean.
God.
Are y'all getting paid? Did they pay for this? Are they paying for that? Listen, y'all. If you are an instructor and you decided that you didn't want to participate in this, the instructors that I know did the workshops for free. But they made a killing on privates. They took advantage of being invited to other people's cities.
Yep.
Which is, again, let's talk about investment. They invested their time and energy for the payoff down the road.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Hey, Audrey.
The DJs, we're going to get to them in a minute. Same thing. If you were a DJ and you got invited to play at this event, myself included, you get to play in front of all of these promoters. Do you know how many promoters were at this event? Mm-hmm. Local and national.
Now, I didn't see a lot of promoters, banners, or nothing either. Remember, because he
this
said
is
they
where
could
I'm
bring
this
them.
is where I'm
But I
going
didn't
with
see
this.
a lot of that neither.
You are supposed to take advantage of this freebie so that you can build your business and your brand, because you're not going to see this amount of people in one place that you get to sell your goods, services, and wares to under one roof. This was not a freebie. This was an opportunity. Mm-hmm. Got to pay attention.
That's right.
Hey, Adrian
Bridget,
Banfield
it's called
Norris, I see you.
networking.
That's right, Demetri Kelly. I see you, Kurt and Bridget. Chocolate drop. I see you, chocolate and vanilla
Kurt
drop in
say?
the building.
Hey, Bridget. Hey, Kurt.
And so
I said, mind your business. I'm talking about people getting paid.
that's right. Mind the business that pays you. So the thing that you have to remember is everything ain't always on the surface. Some things have benefits. You got to know how to get the blood out of that turnip.
Right.
What would you gonna say? You gonna say something?
I'm gonna shut up.
Okay.
So
So I said all of that to say, I personally am happy to have been not only invited, but a part of what is now history.
Absolutely.
Speaking of history, thanks to the producer lady over here who made the suggestion to the Alumni Association to have the mayor come to the event, did just that. The mayor showed up, gave a speech, shook hands, pressed the flesh, talked to some people, and took lots of pictures. Very friendly,
Yeah, he was
very personable.
Yeah.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I don't care what your politics are, or what your thoughts are about, how you, whether you like a person or you don't like a person, for the mayor to take time out of his schedule to come and honor a traditional Chicago born and bred dance is historic. I need y'all to understand, and I've said this more than once, and I'm going to say it again. If you had told me back in 1979, 1980, 1983, 1985, 87, and so on, all the way up probably into the 90s, if you had told me that this dance would be where it is today, I would have laughed in your face. This dance, while still today in its infancy, is becoming an adult. It is growing up, and it is becoming recognized, and it is because of you and those who continue to give and care about the culture and care about the life and the history are making the difference. Now, that brings me to a very important point. I'm going to get to the other stuff, but I got to say this now. The most important part for me in this event was that we have for years, all of us have witnessed division in the Steppers community. You got these people, new school, new school, new school, new school. This is the way we dance now. It had to evolve. Y'all need to take that word out of your vocabulary because this dance does not evolve just like salsa does not evolve. The waltz does not evolve. And I can go on down the list. The basic of this dance remains the same and has for the last 50 or 60 years. Don't get it twisted. The steps to this dance have not changed. Then they will not change. There have been some additions, some variations, same dance. Now, what I witnessed, and this is the part I love the most, what I witnessed, the marriage of the division, the wall that was knocked down over this weekend. The division was almost erased in that room. Old school, original dancers
Lots of them came out.
with new school dancers who've never even experienced a dance with an original stepper. Everybody danced together, and it was phenomenal. It came off the way that it was supposed to. People had an opportunity to be challenged, to challenge others. But more than anything, I saw nothing but smiles and nothing but people having fun.
Yep.
Wasn't nobody sitting over there saying that person can't dance, that turn
That
was
weird
wrong,
bougie
that
shit
this,
going on.
that,
Yeah.
none of that.
Yep.
And if it did, I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it either.
All I'm saying is we are now, this event gave us the opportunity to take this dance to where it belongs and to have levels of understanding that have never been explained or given a fair shot in this community.
Unity in the community, for sure.
Yolanda Bassett Worlds just said, we are united as a stepping community.
That's right.
That is absolutely the truth. I didn't see not one person, I don't care what your preference, original, new or old school, I didn't see one person complain. Not one. People had dances that were phenomenal. People had dances where they were challenged, but they didn't complain. They still smiled and loved every minute of it. If we can maintain that energy, if we can continue down that path in this community, it can only get better. We need to stop condemning things we don't understand and learn more about the dance and become stronger together and better in the culture. Now, speaking of that, producer lady, myself, and Josiah Burt had the opportunity to host one of the bus tours. And baby, let me tell you something.
And I think our bus tour was the best.
Of course our bus tour was the best. Now, we might get some pushback from Darlinda Russell and a few other folks and Reggie Miles who had bus tours as well. However,
they should feel theirs was the best.
We did get rave reviews about it, about that. Oh, okay, here we go. Moni Love Clo in the building. Mona C is in the house. She says vendor space was limited and food vendors needed to have contract with the hotel. Thank you, Mona, for that. I'm glad you told us that. We needed to know that.
Vail
said they had him dancing. He don't even dance that much.
I was gonna get Vail, but I was like, no, I'm gonna leave him alone.
That's what's up. Rashid Shabazz in the building. I see you, my brother. Charmaine Nesby.
So Beamer said the bus tour was off the chain.
Yes. Beamer said the bus tour was off the chain. Thank you, Beamer. You were on our bus.
Thank you, yes.
And we served champagne and Garrett's popcorn, by the way, on our bus tour.
I did margaritas. We had margaritas and we had wine and we had Garrett's popcorn.
Now, what we did do,
wait, I'm sorry. Somebody wanted me to make omelets. They thought I was going to make omelets. And I'm like, are you kidding? No, we're not doing omelets.
I have to say that the bus tour itself was good for us. I can't speak for other people's buses, but I can tell you about ours. The Southside tour on Friday morning, we took people to the places that Josiah and myself remember from back in the day, we hit a lot of places. We went past the Hummingbird, the Sheba. We went past the Dungeon. We went past the other place. We went past the East of the Rhine. We went past the Armory. We went past Chicago State. We went past Sweet Georgia Brown, the Dayton Game, and other
Family
places that
Den.
had been closed, the Family Den, and so on.
And what was the after hours spot that was on 79?
I don't remember the name
can't
of it. It
remember
was
that,
after
yeah.
our spot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
We went past that.
we hit all of these places so that we could give people a feel for what it was like. We discussed the things that went on during the time, the fashion, and all of the other little.
We did hair, we did clothes, custom made clothes, talked about the custom made hats. Oh, we went by the Grand Ballroom, you forgot that.
Yes, we went by the
and
Grand
we discussed
Ballroom.
dailies on 63rd. We discussed how important 63rd Street was back in the day. Now,
So we covered all of these areas, and we just, like I said, we discussed what was going on, the attitudes from the time, the way people moved, and the way people dressed, and so on. We had a great tour. I was very, I was happy that the people who took the tour with us were happy. We, of course, had myself as the DJ on the bus. We had music. We had everything. So we had a great time, and I want to thank
Chris.
Willie Chapman and Chapman Tours for his idea to do this. I think this was a phenomenal addition
yes,
to the weekend.
it was great history then.
I did not hear one person have any complaints about it. So we did our job, and I'm happy about that. I heard the other bus tours were also good.
Yes, yes.
But this was an
They
event.
didn't have Garrett's popcorn.
This was an event where so much stuff happened. I don't care who you are. You were not going to get an opportunity to do everything. Anthony to know 3Gs was in the suburbs. We didn't go outside the
We did
city limits. Only in the city.
Only thing I hate that we didn't do on the bus tour, we didn't drive past CVS because we always talk about CVS.
Yeah, we do.
And
In
it's the
sock
largest
house.
high school in the city of Chicago. My freshman class was 1,400 people, 600 graduated, and my class reunion was this weekend, and I chose Steppin over that. How about that? I got a bunch of phone calls talking shit, but I love you guys because I see some of you guys online.
They be all right.
I'll be at the next one.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Anyway, so
Somebody, Q put up something. As many times as I've been in Chicago, I never knew about all those dance places. Of course, it was before my time, but I really enjoyed the bus tour.
very good, very good. So moving forward, that worked out really well. And speaking of the buses, I want to talk about. I mean, we kind of skipping around only because I got so many notes. I want to cover everything. The event itself, for those of you who
Yes,
decided not to take that long walk, baby, listen here. They had the shuttle buses, which worked out great as far as I know. Now they did stop, I don't want to say early, but they did what they could. They did what they had to do.
They tried to help.
I think it was a great addition as well to the event. And man, it was just it was good. We didn't have an opportunity, of course, to get on the shuttles because we were busy working and moving. We weren't moving around like that. We had to do our thing. But
Yeah, I didn't have a problem.
I
As
didn't
long as
hear.
I had them heels.
Yeah,
on,
I
it
didn't
was
hear
good.
anybody having any problems. But shout out to all those people, all those ladies who bought shoe bags from Inside Steppin.
Yes, we
so
sold
that
out.
you all
Thank
we
you.
sold out of shoe bags, so you guys can put your shoes, put your small your short shoes in your bag, or put your heels in your bag, and you can do your thing. So that was a good thing. Carolyn Ballard said McGee said they were luxury shuttle buses. Very good, very good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we didn't have you on no little yellow school buses, so that's a good thing. Let's see the food. Let's talk about the food. All I'm gonna say about the food is this: the hotel, actually, that little noodle spot, everybody said was pretty good.
Yeah.
And some people ate at the bar. However, there was a Harold's right around the corner. There was a Giordano's Pizza right around the corner, and a few other things, some Italian beefs. And I happen to know for a fact that a lot of people took part in all of those things. They got themselves some Chicago cuisine. So that is always a good thing. Y'all, oh my God, this pizza's so good. This and that. So yeah, Chicago food, that's what's up. Yeah. I think I put on about 5 pounds.
No, you didn't, because we walked it off.
Yeah, but that's
several
probably
times.
true too. Now, as far as the workshops were concerned, y'all, let me get into this. I have no way of actually naming each and every doggone workshop. I personally ended up DJing two of the workshops, both of which Sharnice Simmons was hosting. She did a phenomenal job herself, along with the Foxettes as her backups, were in those rooms giving education, giving information, and teaching this dance. And shout out to them. Josiah Burt did his original workshop, and I was not able to be in the room because I was in the next room helping out by DJing. But baby, let me tell you something. When I went and walked in that room, how many people you think was in that room? That
I don't know.
workshop
He was overwhelmed.
huge.
He was shocked. Him and Sean Bandy did that together,
Yeah,
and I
Sean
think Joe
Bandy.
was shocked. There was so many people in there. I don't know. It was a nice amount.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
that thing was
I didn't
packed
count it.
in there. I was
But it's some footage out there.
Yeah. And they did give a great demonstration along with great instruction. For that many people is very difficult, but they did a fantastic job from what I heard. And also, I know that there were walk-in workshops.
Oh my God, that one was good. But let me get back to Joe's right quick.
Go ahead.
You know, certain people like to say nobody wants to learn original dance no more. It's out. It's outdated.
Baby.
I couldn't tell by that damn workshop. It was huge.
Yeah, well,
Somebody want to learn original.
Anybody that has that to say might as well just take that out of their mouth from now on. That's over with. This again, this goes back to what I said earlier about the marriage of the dance, about the people starting to understand that this is still all one dance with many variations, and you have the opportunity to choose, or like I like to refer to, be double-breasted. You can understand both dances, and the more you understand about the dance from old to new, including walking. And I also heard somebody tell me that Daryl Davis was around here teaching the slow bop.
Yeah, he was.
And it's a bunch of folks that got the slow bop.
Yeah.
Don't let me find out that we about to have a resurgence of the bop.
That would be nice. That would be nice. I still can.
This is how important it is for us for events like this to take place, because we get to experience the fullness of every aspect of this dance in one place. Man, do you understand what that means?
It was, yeah.
Susu Watson says Celeste, herself, and Taboo. Yes, they also had a great workshop. I was in there for a few minutes and checked that out. They were putting in work over there. They also had a good crowd in that room. See, that's why you can't tell me don't nobody want the original. They was teaching original. Original is alive and well, and it is about to blow up.
So the out of towners, when they see original dancers, they can't dance. What is that they doing? Now you got to go to the Mecca
too much no
and
more.
You got to see. And it was a lot of original dances.
Right. And what I really loved was that so many of the community's elders right in Chicago showed up and showed out. They came in, had a great time, and everybody operated under the same roof harmoniously. That is incredible to me. And I want to personally say thank all y'all who did that.
Yes,
thank
everybody
y'all.
took the time out, put their work in. It's amazing, beautiful thing.
For those of you who are from the city, who showed incredible hospitality to people from out of town, people who had never been to our city before, people who had never come and enjoyed the fruits of this culture and community. Thank you personally from me. Thank you for doing a great job. Now, there's a couple of bad actors. I got wind of a couple of folks that was kind of rude. Really? And like I told the people, don't take it personal. Just don't. Because, that's just them in general. They like that with people that say it too. So don't worry about it. Paradise Hair Care says Reggie Miles did the history of Steppin. He did. That was another thing. There was
so much stuff going on all at the same time.
Again, there were so many things happening all at once. And I mean throughout the entire weekend, that there was no possible way for everybody to get it. It just wasn't possible. You had to pick and choose. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, because I wanted to go down there, but I guess was we on a tour when that happened? The history thing?
I think so. I think they were doing the history while we were on a bus tour. Okay. A lot of stuff. One thing you cannot say about this weekend is that you were bored. If you was bored, it's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Period.
Might need
You was in the wrong place. You
Might
should have
need
just
a-
went and found something else to do.
Need a little therapy.
Yeah, you might need some a rubber room
Even
or
if you was
something.
by yourself alone, you wasn't alone there.
Man,
It was,
no.
everybody was talking.
Wasn't
Everybody
possible.
was nice. Everybody was nice. I want to talk about Buford Finley, I think it is.
Yes.
His walking workshop. That seemed really nice. And I learned something. What I've heard somebody else talk about, it was 4 variations of walking, which, okay, I knew it was 2. I didn't know it was 4. So that I thought that was great.
No, there's actually, there's a.
So it was
Now,
very
my man Will
informative.
Perkins also did a walking workshop. Will
Did he?
Perkins,
I
it was
miss
Will
Will's.
Perkins and somebody else was in there with him.
I missed
And they
his.
did, Claudel, I believe. Was
Okay.
it Will Perkins, Claudel? Okay, I don't remember. Anyway, but the bottom line is, if there was something that you wanted from this dance and you weren't here, baby, you missed it. That's all I'm going to tell you.
And I want to say this, because other instructors are teaching the bop and the slow bop and all of that. But I think what was awesome, you got it from people that originally was doing it from the 60s and 70s. It was more pure. It was more raw.
Tasha Miles Cash said, if you were bored, you may not be a stepper.
That's
Now,
true, too.
I
I agree
like
with
that.
that.
I'm
I
gonna
agree
go
with
with that.
that.
And let's see. Yes, let's not forget Paradise Hair Care mentioned Rose Wellington. Rose, let me give shout out to Rose Wellington.
Oh, she's so
one of
funny.
the greatest promoters in the history of Steppin promotion. She keeps some events going up, y'all. Stay in touch with Rose Wellington, man. Y'all gotta check her out.
Yeah,
She gives
go to
a great
Chicago and support her.
You want to talk about a fantastic hostess? She's it. She does a phenomenal job over there at Visions. Y'all need to check her out. Okay, Susu said Darlinda Russell also did a workshop. What was Darlinda's workshop, Susu? Because I did see her. It was so many.
Maddie B did.
She did a line dance. Okay,
Yeah.
Maddie B did one. Yeah, it was so many people. It was so much. Let's see.
Bridget said if you was bored, you wasn't breathing.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was no room.
Or
not
it was
to
something else. It's something else going on.
No, you just
know?
need to be doing something else.
Yeah,
That's real
yeah.
talk. Because even in the fellowship and the camaraderie of being able to talk to all the different people that we were able to talk to.
And thank you, Bridget, for my lovely red and black drink cover. I'm gonna use it.
I loved
I was scared to pull it out in
that
Chicago. I
if
might
there
left
were
it.
if there were any clicks or any of that, they kept it. They checked it at the door. Money wants to. Mona wants to know: do I think that there were too many workshops?
I
No,
don't
I
think
do
so.
not, Mona. I do
I
not.
don't think so.
I think that what you all did was phenomenal. I cannot find a flaw. Wait a minute, I take that back. There was something, and it was something stupid too. But that's it. I'll bring it up whenever I remember, or I got it in my notes. But no, I don't think you all did anything wrong. I didn't find any flaws, and I
Those are
did.
no sleep
And I'm gonna tell
weekend.
you, my phone stay ringing because people will call and say, "Well, I want you to say this, and I want you to talk about that. Make sure you mention this." Not one of those phone calls was a complaint.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Everything's
one.
positive.
Well, wait. Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Mm.
There was
One phone call.
no. There was one thing that was a kind of a consensus, but I don't even think that's something we need to discuss on the show.
Okay.
That Mona, we'll talk about that in private because that ain't something the rest of the
Bridget
world
said
needs.
Ted and Kurt did a workshop, turns and combinations. See, I didn't even know that
Okay,
existed.
I didn't know. Right, see, I didn't even know they did that one. But that just shows you right there, yet another great
Reggie Miles said,
workshop.
I walked 9 times Thursday.
And Reggie Miles, the walking king of the world, was able to walk all weekend long. So if you don't hear Reggie Miles complain about not being able to walk, you did something right. Believe that. Even I played some walking music.
yeah. Chelsea and
Hey, Charlesy.
Tori did a workshop together. I don't know who else was in there, who else was supposed to be. And I came through and recorded. I posted it, but I don't know if it was 3 people in there or not that was teaching.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. We got the
Somebody said, I like
workshops and
the way the chairs is
seminars.
around the dance floors for the ladies to get a
Oh,
dance.
and let me say this too. Thank you all for keeping your politics and your personal stuff out the air. That was a good thing. The cliques stayed in their place. Nobody tripped on politics. Now, let me say this here because I did hear that there were some people being mean Some of our Chicago home folks was being a little testy about these tables. If you know Irie, you already know from Steppaganza days, the tables are first come, first serve. So if you plan on making a what do they call it, a grand entrance,
Oh yeah,
that's not the
11,
event to do
12
it at.
o'clock, yeah.
Because I can tell you personally, I was in the room setting up, and in doing so, I'm there early, of course, and there were people showing up an hour before the set to get good seats. Bullying people or attempting to bully people about a seat, it ain't a good look. And if you are that concerned about seats, then you maybe should get yourself there at an earlier time. And I hope that, some folks would check themselves on that tip. Now let me get into something right quick. Personal. Let me give a shout out. I got to give a shout out. Marlene and Rich over there on the West Coast, Oregon to be exact. And if you don't know who Marlene and Rich are, I'm going to tell you right now. There was an older fella walking around there looking like the Monopoly Man.
Damn,
He looked like the Monopoly Man. That's I'm gonna call him the Monopoly Man from now on. My dude Rich. Now I've been knowing Rich for a few years now. Rich is that dude. Non-stop dancer. Marlene loves to dance, always has a smile on her face. Two of the most pleasant people in this community I have ever met.
Yes, they are such sweetie pies.
Now, if you don't know who they are, he's an older, more distinguished Caucasian gentleman, and his lovely counterpart, Marlene, who always has a smile on her face
yes, she does.
and loves a good dance. Y'all, I love them to death. Shout out to them. Thank you for my apples. Every time they know that we're going to be somewhere, they bring me some Oregon apples.
Yes,
And baby, let me tell you, them some of the best damn apples. I love when they bring me my apples.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much.
Yes, Bridget, she says she loves them in Portland folks.
Let me
beautiful
also,
people.
they are great people. Let me also say that it is always a pleasure for me as Inside Steppin' to encounter those who have done so much to contribute to Inside Steppin'. Two of my biggest benefactors were in the building this weekend. And thanks to them, we will be doing some upgrades on equipment.
Yes.
Because the world's largest is coming up, and we intend to put on a phenomenal show, minus the freezes and all kinds of other little things that we often have when we do live shows. Because of people like that, I want you all to know, because of people like them who give back to investment, like I said earlier, let's get back on investment. Because of people like them, these people that I'm speaking of, they will remain nameless because nobody need to know that they help to keep Inside Steppin' on the air for everybody else. They are doing their part. They're investing in the future of this dance by helping us to make it possible to bring things, information to y'all, to everybody else. So when you see that little thing over in the corner, that's right there, to say Inside Steppin', $ Inside Steppin', understand this is a crowd-funded network outside of my own money. We don't get, people think, people get this thing.
It's the cash.
They got all that content. They getting paid off of Facebook. Baby, we're not getting paid.
No, the music interrupts that.
First of all, the music stops that, number one. Number two, you have to understand that Steppin' is a niche market. People are not watching Steppin' on a grand scale like they watch everything else on the internet. You got to love this dance to watch this all the time. So our market is limited. There's not a whole bunch of people watching it. Therefore, we ain't getting them big numbers. Therefore, we ain't getting no big money. We ain't getting no money. Just so you understand, I'm breaking this down because I need you to understand that what we do is a sacrifice and a contribution because we give back to the community. A lot of people always want to count my money. Want to count my pockets. Don't worry about it. Yes, we come out our own pocket to go to some of this stuff. This event right here, we paid to come to this, like everybody else did. Don't get it twisted. And work for the benefit of the rest of the community. So if we could do it all the way here from Texas, y'all that live right in the city, you ain't got no excuse. Either that or you just don't love this dance and you don't care. That's fine. I ain't got no heaven or hell to put you in, but I'm just saying some of us love this and some of us contribute to this because we want to see other people grow and shine and be blessed by what this is.
Because as an instructor and people are doing these workshops and all of that, it was open money there for people to do privates. I know an instructor said he had to turn down like 10 privates.
Yeah.
He couldn't do them all.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He did like 10 or 15. He couldn't do the rest. So I just don't understand why the people, that didn't want to show up to support.
Now, for y'all who want to also support the facilitators of this event, of course, everybody knows Irie. But
thank you, Charles.
Be clear that MVK, Mona Vale, and Keith has a set every single Thursday at Noble Entertainment Center right in Chicago. You can support them by showing up at their event.
More original dances there also, right?
Now, some of y'all may call us crazy. Some of y'all might. But I'm also say this. Last Saturday, rather than my wife and I go find something else to do, it was our 33rd wedding anniversary on Saturday. We spent it with y'all because we love this.
And you know what? One of the bridesmaids from our wedding said.
Showed up.
She showed up, but she said, you know what? When y'all got married, you met in the Steppin spot.
Yes, we did.
She said when you had your wedding reception on 87th, it was a Steppin spot. She said, so why not celebrate it with the Steppers?
Why not?
I said, I guess you got a good point.
So here we were. We had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. It was beautiful. So just remember, y'all, it doesn't hurt to contribute. It doesn't hurt to invest. It doesn't hurt to be a part of something bigger than yourself.
Amen. I agree.
If we can do it, you can do it. Now, let's talk about the phenomenal DJ lineup. Y'all, some of my favorite DJs were in the building, and they did their thing. Now, I ain't going to sit here and lie that I liked all of them, but still, they're my DJ brethren, and I have room to show grace. Let's see. What else we got? That's it. That's all the event stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So actually, we're doing really good. We still got a couple of minutes. Okay. So with all of that said, y'all, shout out to all the DJs. Oh, and you know what? Irie and them, they did a really cool thing, which they unfortunately didn't get to do it the way they wanted to. They did photo shoots with all of the promoters that were present. They did a photo shoot with all the DJs that were present, and that is something that's going to be archived in the future and allow everybody the opportunity. You know, you never seen the Renaissance photos from the jazz players from back in the early 1900s when they put them all on one photograph. It's kind of the same thing. As we go through history and down through time, those will look back and be able to say, oh, that's so-and-so on that picture. That's so-and-so, as each individual makes their mark in this community as we move forward. This is a beautiful thing. And I really don't think that a lot of people truly understand the magnitude of what this is and where it's headed. But I want you to just know this. As each of us make our contributions, however small, in the community, it helps someone else and it makes a big difference. Now I'm gonna have a transparent moment with y'all right now. I've been contemplating stopping doing the live events from around the country. But after a weekend like this, I feel bad even entertaining that idea, only because I had so many people approach and say, thank you for doing this show because it helped me to do this. It made me understand that. Thank you for the show where you talked about that because that made a difference when I went and did this.
Yep.
Thank you for saying what you said. Thank you for doing blah, blah, blah.
A lot of beginners.
When you hear that, that's currency. No, it may not spend in a store, but that's currency to me. That is worth its weight in gold for me to be able to touch so many people's lives and assist them in their journey in this dance. Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been plenty of days I've been like, why am I doing this? Well, y'all
Especially
make
with
it
some
clear.
of the
Y'all make it clear for me why I'm doing this. When, yeah. And sometimes it only takes one or two toxic people to make you just be like, you know what? But y'all make it clear why it's necessary. So for that, I have to keep my hat on for a little while longer. Thank you. Now, let me also give a shout out to TSA at Midway. Y'all can smooch the biggest, blackest part of my backside. Because every time I come through Chicago at Midway, I always manage to have some problems. But I'm going to tell you what I heard. I heard, and I got it from a very reliable source, AI is about to begin taking over TSA. So all you jokers standing around up there at Midway who think you some smart asses and you think you got it going on, you better get your resume together and start looking for a job because it's coming. Now, and I'm not sorry for you because y'all some butts. Unnecessarily. Y'all are rude. It would be different if they wasn't so damn rude. Yeah, only at Midway.
They have to take training to learn how to be nice. Isn't it something to have customer service? Read Chris's message.
Where is it?
Our buddy Chris from
Inside Steppin, the only show I watch, especially the recaps of the events and my topics of interest. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
That's why we love you. Remind me to give you a big old hug when I see you.
No, I'm going to get her, though, because she was on the bus doing sidebar conversation. I'm going to get her.
Was she?
Yes.
You in trouble now, Chris.
Uh-oh, Chris.
We're going to get you.
Thank you, everybody, that said happy anniversary. A couple people said the cookout was a phenomenal. Bus transportation, the real dance floor, the setup, all white. Oh, my God. Some people said the parking was a little tight. Yeah, we can't discuss Sunday because we wasn't there. We left Sunday.
We didn't get an opportunity to partake.
Let me tell you, we were so tired. The person who dropped us off at the airport, well, we went to visit our mothers, Brian's mom and my mom. And when we were going to the airport, we both were asleep.
Shout out to my man, DJ Mr. Mello, for transportation.
I don't know what he was saying because I was knocked out.
We both fell asleep in the car. I mean, we was
sorry,
drooling,
Jeff, we love
drooling
you.
sleep.
No, you was drooling.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, I was knocked out sleeping. By the time we got on the plane, I was again knocked out sleep. And we came home and we slept all day yesterday, literally. And, had to get up and get back to making the donuts today. But it's all right because we are in the building and we are where we are and we doing what we going to do. And it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, the $1 million question.
Somebody said best Steppin set for him ever.
Well, yeah, I mean, this was by far the most historic, most attended, most everything event in the history of Steppin. But again, the $1 million question. Mm-hmm. Will it be back? Mona, where you at? Don't be dipping out on me now. Where you at, Mona? Look. I want a response. Holla at your boy. I talked to Irie today, and all I'm going to tell you guys is stay tuned. I don't know. I have no definitive information one way or the other because we are only 2 days off of this thing. So
she said she's here.
What's up, Mona?
We should pull on.
What's up, Mona? Is this gonna be a thing or what?
If they do it every other year, and I like that location. I like the lake view. We were close to the restaurants on State Street.
Everything.
Some people got on the bus and went downtown. Oh, she said 2027 we are planning. Yay.
That's what we want to know.
And the only thing they need to get some more dance floors. They got a year to go buy some more.
That's a year and something.
Yeah,
they'll be able to figure that out.
The hotel need to go buy some more.
So we can hold out hope that there's a strong potential for this to take place in 27. all I can say is, if and when this thing happens again, you'd be a fool not to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I only can hope and pray that Inside Steppin is welcome to return and DJ Be Real is welcome to play his box again.
Oh,
What?
we didn't discuss. Okay, so we discussed the day parties. We discussed the workshops.
We didn't even talk
we didn't
about
discuss
the after
parties.
You sure right.
And my baby got down. I was so excited. He was DJing. It wasn't enough. It was just a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to hit my stride at all.
I could tell you was getting there, and then I'm like, what the hell happened?
But the after parties, y'all. The after parties were so crunk. They was more packed than most people's regular sets.
Yeah, I thought it was a straight up club up in there. It was nice. The lights was down.
From 12 to 3 a.m.
Yeah. Somebody said they got video of me getting down dancing. They gonna post it. Thank you, Brian. I lost my posters in the lobby. How?
AAA said he lost his posters in the app. Hey, man, which one of y'all stole AAA's posters? Give them back. Don't play. Yeah, so Regina Freeman said the view from my room was phenomenal. It was amazing.
It was a nice hotel.
Absolutely.
I think they love us so much that they'll let you come back with that same price.
Rose Kelly Wellington says, keep up. Oh, no. She said, keep up the good work. 9/27/25. Wait a minute. Doggone, that thing got away from me. Going so fast. Steppin in Jeans, y'all, at Visions event, 11901 South Loomis, 8 p.m. to 1 a.m., y'all. 9/27/25, Steppin in Jeans. Y'all get ready for that. That's my girl, Rose Kelly Wellington, who throws a phenomenal event herself. I like her sets.
Yes.
Everybody loved the hotel. So, Mona, keep that under advisement.
Yeah, the hotel was nice. The after parties was off the chain. I don't know. I think I liked I liked everything, but, I'm sorry, I'm out of the thing. After parties, I don't know. It seems like you get a lot of better dances at the after parties. Everybody dressed up.
People are loose, man, and they they came out the fancy stuff, and it's time to get down and get it in, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, the dances were great. I had a fantastic time. Even I danced a little bit.
Yes, you did.
It was everybody. Nobody was on no BS. Everybody was there to have fun and dance, and that is what these events are about. If you can't do that, man, look.
I want to say this. Even coming to this event, you didn't spend a lot of money. And some of the people went over to the Blue Note. Some people went to the 50-yard line on Saturday. Some people went to the Blue Note on Thursday. And they still ain't spent a lot of money. And the food in Chicago is cheap. If you see that, Harold, you can get you 4 wings for less than $10. Down here, it's going to be $15 damn.
Yeah.
Soul food restaurants, plenty of black establishments you can support. The Jerk Spot. What is that? Where was that at?
Oh, also, I forgot to mention, a lot of people went out to the Blue Note on Thursday, too, out there with Myron. Did you?
Yeah. Where was you at? Reading and stuff up there?
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
I got an excuse. I'm still sleepy. So.
After party, Easter around, Friday. That was Friday night. That was nice. Yeah, the after parties was off the chain. Day parties was nice. The whole day thing was nice. We wanted to come back. We wanted back.
There's no one part that you could say, oh, well, that wasn't that. No, the whole thing.
And the lake party, I like that. I liked everything. And again, didn't spend a lot of money. It should be nice if we could have it back at the hotel. I have the lake view because people from out of town love that.
I like that.
My San Antonio sisters, I think this is the largest amount of black people they've ever been around in their entire lives.
In one place.
And they was excited. It was excited and no drama.
Mary Alicia said Jerk Village.
Villa, yeah.
Jerk Villa. Jerk Villa.
That food was good.
Yeah. They off the chain.
Not even food with Jamaican food, but that food was good.
Jerk Villa was off the chain. Yeah, definitely. So
discuss everything.
With all of that, I think that's everything.
And everybody else, y'all got to put your notes in about the cookout.
So now, there will be a special edition recap of the event coming up with details, and I say that only because Irie is on the road. Keith Hubbard is in the air. We got Mona on the line, which means that Keith C is probably not too far out of pocket. But we're going to have everybody on together, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more and make sure that we get some details and we find out what's what and what's happening. Before I get ready to go.
One thing she was saying, Sam, we forgot. Yeah, Sam Chapman was there DJ.
Yes. See, and it again, so much was going on. I almost missed that part. I think I only popped in on Sam when they were playing. Sam Chapman played in one of the sets. I don't know how I could forget Sam. That just shows you right there.
Yeah, it was a lot going. It was a beautiful event.
There's going to be a few things that I miss in this, and let me just say this right now before anybody calls me up talking about you forgot this and you forgot that.
Right.
Charge it to my head and not to my heart. If you was there, you know how much stuff was going on, and only so much stays on my mind. So,
Look. Bridget said that's why the drops only do.
Only doing about
Thank
2 out
you.
of town events in
Yeah,
2026. Tired of spending money, all our money, when we're here in the Mecca for a dang near free.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
It's worth just going home. It's
Well,
just
if
worth
y'all
going
remember,
home.
I did a show where I talked about traveling to Chicago to dance versus some of these other events. You come out way cheaper and you're gonna have way more fun.
Wait a minute. They said the Friday after set stayed to 4 a.m. I know we was out.
See? No, baby, that's the after party was how it was on Fridays.
Oh, okay.
At the East of the Rhine.
Okay.
That was
She said
Tina
to
Moore
four-
talking about
to
that.
4
Yeah.
in the morning
Yeah, that was old.
with
That's
DJ
old.
Samela and DJ Trinell. Okay.
So, okay. All right.
Antonita, she said, I am here and y'all forgot about me. We didn't forget you, girl. We mentioned you. And then Dennis played Bid West. I didn't see him play it, but I'm sure he
Pastor
did play
D
it
checking
somewhere.
in. You finally checking in, Pastor D. We've been waiting on you all night. See? That's my spiritual brother, the man that kind of keeps me grounded sometimes, y'all. That's why I tell you, you men, you better get you some good mentors. I got me a good one right there. Them fellas that keep me from
I'm sure you don't listen.
keep my alter ego in check. Pastor D in the building, my man. So right now, before we go, y'all, 34th annual World's Largest Steppers competition coming up. Saturday, September the 20th, 2025. We will be in the building, Tinley Park Convention Center. Looking forward to that. And there will be a particularly special, you know what? See, that's what we're talking about. We forgot stuff. Stuart Orlando Morgan singing at the event.
Oh, yeah, with the walking. Yeah.
Yep.
He did it on
Blue
Friday
Magic
and Saturday.
in the building, right. But at the World's Largest, we're going to have Dim Atlas, the music. He's going to be singing Music Man and doing his thing. We will be interviewing him at that event, by the way, as well. We've already got that pre-planned. The following week, we will be at Minneapolis, Minnesota with Denim and Diamonds. My man, Shed G, is the host, 10th anniversary. September 25th through the 27th, Dalton, the producer, will be in the building. That's at the Crown Plaza MOA. Y'all, we will be doing the daggone thing.
And we'll be celebrating your birthday there.
And we'll be celebrating my birthday there. Inside Steppin, DJ Be Real will be in the building as well, doing his thing on the ones and
DJ
twos.
on Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah.
So also, now, let me not forget, Metropolitan Steppers. Now, I am scheduled to do an interview with my main man Norman Cherry. He said he was gonna give me the interview. He liked to avoid, the cameras and stuff, but we're gonna get him on here. Him and my girl Jackie Ballard. I see you, Jackie. We're going to get her on here, and we're going to have another interview where we talk about the finalities of the event coming up, you guys, October 16th through the 19th, 2025 in D.C. I'm sorry, well, it's in Arlington, Virginia, but the DMV area. Y'all know how that
All
is.
that together.
So, yeah.
Jackie went to the restaurant I recommended, Batter and Berry.
You went to Batter and Berry's, Jackie?
She
Good.
said she enjoyed it.
Right.
Thank
That's a
you,
beautiful
thank you.
restaurant. Excellent food.
They got like 3 or 4 locations now.
Do they? Huh. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, so with all of that said, and you know what else we forgot? Let me give a shout out to the Fun Girls. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out and doing what y'all do. That's my crew, y'all.
We had our little striped little.
Yeah, they had on their striped
PJs
pajamas. They
for
was
you.
doing the doggone thing. They came through to support DJ Be Real in the building. I appreciate y'all for that. Thank you so very much. Let's see. Myra Mitchell says that Midway Cookout was so very nice. Thank you, Myra, for explaining. I should have mentioned that, but I can't talk a lot about it. And that's why another reason why we're going to do the other recap with the actual hosts, because we were not able to. Unfortunately, we were not able to attend because we were in the air. We had to get on down with a frown and make our way back here to Texas because we got a lot to do. In the meantime, in between time, everything that I may have forgotten, all I can tell you is charge it to my head and not to my heart, because when I tell you so much stuff went on, so many things were happening, and I talked to and met so many wonderful people, there is no possible way that I could sit. I would be here for the next 2 hours.
Remember, I kept saying this need to be part 1 and part 2 because there's so
well,
much.
I said it's going to be a part 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be with the host, though.
Yes,
with the.
And damn, it could be 3 weeks of this.
Yeah.
There was so much stuff going on.
That's why we're going to have the Chicago Alumni Association on here, and they're going to help with, giving some more details and some different things that I cannot cover tonight. But I wanted to make sure that the rest of the world understood what we did, how we did it, why we did it, and that we did it, and that it was off the chain. And if you weren't there, if they plan another one of these, all I'm going to tell you is vote early, vote often. Be there, be square. Don't beat me there, beat me there. Real talk.
One thing.
What? Last minute notes, y'all. Notes from the Peanut Gallery. Let's see.
Pink Party.
Janet Webster says, shout out to the original workshop with Josiah Burton, Sean Bandy. Oh, and the Lady Dream Team, Sherry Gordon, Sean James, Vicky Henning, and Miss Danny with the Ladies Flow Workshop. Okay. Well, these workshops were professionally delivered, and the content made so much dance sense. I like that. I'm going to have to remember that.
So don't forget October 25th, the Pink Party in Houston.
Yes.
Latina. That's on Sunday.
Tina Israel, you guys. We're going to be in Houston on, what is it, Sunday to what? What is that date?
I don't know the date.
Okay.
I thought that was the date, and I'm deliriously tired. So
yes,
I
we're very tired. Oh, let me also say, see, we can't get out of here. Also, fire sale, y'all. Crush and Cream fire sale, 10th anniversary next year. $80 all access. This is the fire sale.
In September 10th,
the fire sale ends September 10th. Y'all got 8 days to get your tickets for Crush and Cream 2026. Save the date August 30th through the 23rd of 2026. Tickets available at satwlittlerock.com. Limited supply available. Crush and Cream for 2026. Pass valid for all parties plus all workshops. Thursday, not included.
Tracy Love, read that comment.
Thank you, Forbes family, keeping us tuned in. And Ms. Forbes, phenomenal videos, pics, commentary, and smiles, love and laughter. Mr. Forbes' DJ set was very well done. A bit of Brown Liquor Sunday vibes. Thank you, Tracy.
I know, yeah.
And that's right, y'all. Tune in. Don't forget your boy right here. Brown Liquor Sundays. Flyradio.com. That's with 2 Y's, or WBOE.com. That's ReggieMiles.com. You can check me out on Sunday nights from 8 to 11. Brown Liquor Sunday. I will tuck you in and put you to bed on Sunday evening to make you wake up Monday with a whole new attitude. I promise you.
You know what we forgot?
What we forget?
I DJ'd.
We're going to forget a lot of stuff.
I DJ'd the workshop for Joe.
You
and
sure
Sean
did.
Bandy.
Yes, congratulations,
with
DJ Poppy.
With Mr. Marlon.
DJ Poppy got her first gig.
Yeah,
Look at that.
I sure did.
Yeah, she was playing music in the workshop. Go on, Poppy.
Thank you, Regina, for reminding me.
Yeah, so thank you, Charmaine.
Was you shocked when you came in there?
I was like, what's she doing over there behind the ones and twos? What's really going on? Marlon got tired and Poppy stood up and stepped up and handled the business.
His back and everything was hurting just standing there. And
Sharissa Sanders says, where do I pay for Crush? Sharissa, you got a pen? It is SATW Little Rock. That's SATW LittleRock.com.
It's a really nice set.
It's a great set.
Thank you, Chris. She said I did good. Thank you. See, he don't be thinking I be paying attention.
How you know what I be thinking?
That's why you was shocked.
You a mind reader?
You was shocked.
You a mind reader? You a mind reader?
Yes, I am.
No, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
Think you're a prognosticator.
Yes.
Anyway.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Michelle Perry. I appreciate you. Okay. Did we forget anything else?
We probably did.
I know we did. Ain't no doubt in my mind we forgot something else.
I'm running to the bed.
All right, so y'all don't forget.
Love you all. Thank you for all your support, donations. We sold out of the bags, shirts. I still got a couple more orders.
And if you want a shirt, you can always place your order through us. Just hit us on Facebook. We got you.
Well, you better off texting me at 678-857-1900.
Yeah, and we will ship straight to your door. So don't forget, you guys, Metropolitan Steppin in the nation's capital.
That's right, Charmaine.
Crystal Gateway Marriott, all the way in Virginia, y'all. It's the DMV, DC. Jackie Ballard, I'm going to see you soon, young lady.
Come on, Stacy. And Chris saying the fashion.
And let me just tell y'all now, I got a birthday coming up and my wife was supposed to be giving me a surprise party, but somehow or another, the cat got out the bag.
Somebody blew that surprise.
All I'm going to say is
who that was.
I love y'all, but please don't go out your way to come to celebrate with me, because I am afraid that the place is just not big enough.
Yeah, it's just a restaurant and with a little space to dance, and we appreciate it.
We just gonna have a good
But
time.
if you want to send him a Cash App, that's fine. Or a Home Depot gift card, that's fine. It's his favorite spot. Or Amazon.
Yeah, that's
you like
better.
Amazon?
I like Amazon.
You like damn Home Depot. You always
I'm
in
not
there.
buying jack out of Home. I don't need nothing out of Home Depot.
No,
How many?
you really
What
don't.
do I need? I got
know,
tools.
but you always finding something in there.
I know,
You was
because
just
I
in
be
there
looking
last
for
week.
stuff to work on something with.
That's what I
But
said.
I don't want to go in there if I don't have to.
Okay.
Now I go on Amazon.
I'm gonna make sure I put up next time we in Home Depot. I'm gonna do a whole video.
No, you're not.
Because somehow we managed to be
Anyway,
in there.
I want to thank all y'all for coming and hanging out with the Forbes.
See, Charmaine
Inside
said 30 years.
Steppin.
Yeah, she is a mind reader. Girl, that's right.
No, she ain't,
Yeah,
Charmaine.
she
Don't
is.
let her. Look, I've been letting her get away with thinking she a mind reader all this time. Just because, they say happy, no, was it happy home? No, it ain't happy life, happy wife, happy life. It ain't none of that. She ain't never happy.
No, that's not true.
I'm trying to throw you under the bus.
Don't
Would you
throw
allow
under
me
the
this,
bus.
please?
No, you
Damn.
can't throw me under the bus.
Anyway, I want y'all. See, stop. I want y'all. I want everybody to have yourselves a wonderful evening. I want to thank everybody for coming through. I appreciate all of your support, your energy, your time, your love, and I love y'all back. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And I'll remember something, I'm sure. But if I do, whatever. In the meantime and in between time, is Celeste on here? Hey, Celeste.
Oh,
What's
and
up,
I got
baby?
to dance with Celeste.
Yeah, you was excited about
And then
that
she
one.
said, "You lead me." I was like, So that was fun.
Yeah. Celeste, shout out.
so-
Next time you see her, you know what's gonna happen, right? She gonna be bugging you to dance. What was you gonna say?
I was just saying, give me a week on the shirts, and anybody else who want to place an order, I gave my number. You can text me.
678-857-1900. Get your Inside Steppin' shirt today. All right, y'all. We gone. We gotta
Good
go.
night. Peace out.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you. Have a good night. Stay tuned for whatever's next. Brown Liquor Sunday, coming up on Sunday, 8 to 11, flyradio.com, WBOE.com. Check me out. Peace, y'all.
Good night. Good night. Love you.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its host, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Joanne said hugs. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Yes, Celeste. Yes. Thank you, Bridget. She got it right.